So, can you start by telling us your name, please?
It's Lou La Fandango.
Okay, so we're sitting here when they're sort of clearing up the sort of space at Hackney Attic, and we have had an event here together. So, what have you done at the event?
So I did a talk talking about my femme identity, which is hard femme, and talked about kind of my early influences from TV and media, being brought up before the internet, what that was, talking about kind of my struggles to claim my identity, being kind of invisible on straight scenes and erased on queer scenes, and kind of encouraging femmes to get together as community, as a kind of force against kind of erasure, and as to kind of embrace our vulnerability and friendship as a way of going forward and being stronger together.
Yeah, you talked a lot about femme solidarity. And I think that is really beautiful, because if there's one thing we really need is, supporting each other.
Yeah.
And I know it wasn't you who mentioned that, but can you also spotting, like someone said, a baby femme, and do you feel like you're kind of then mentoring and looking after people who are new to embracing a femme identity?
Yeah, definitely. Like you can see the kind of the young kind of raw queerness in them. You can see the kind of creativity and the hunger in them. I mentioned femme hunger, and you can sense that in them. And I think we've got a responsibility to support and nurture that and bring them out and help them express that fully.
Yeah. And which is really beautiful. And so what would you say if anyone's sitting there watching this video and thinking, oh my gosh, maybe I am? Any advice you have to give someone?
Yeah, I would say look for femme community. Find it wherever you can. Approach people. Put yourself in spaces. Search the internet. There's going to be loads of femme events in London if you live in London this year. We've banded together. We're making plans. We're plotting. But even if you don't live in London, go to queer spaces. Even if you walk up to one femme, we're genuinely quite friendly usually, really approachable and really want to take people in and look after them. So if you go to a queer event, and even if there's one femme there, go up to them, speak to them, find your family, and they'll signpost you where to go. They'll tell you what's going on in your city or town or whatever. And express it, try and embrace what you want to be, try and wear what you want to wear, show what you want to show, and don't be afraid of that. Do it anyway, feel the fear and just go ahead and embrace that vulnerability, because femme's really beautiful.
Yeah. And is there any, thinking about that, is there any writing, anything that you would also express or say that there's some information, I guess we can all Google and things like that, but also any book, any written material that meant a lot to you? Any
there's a couple of great books. One's called Brazen Femme, Queering Femininities, and then another one's called Feminists, Lesbians and Bad Girls. I can't remember the author. They're kind of editors, and they're all chapters written by different people, which is great because you've got trans femmes and femmes of colour, not just white cis femmes, female femmes. So it's really great. So seek those books out. Google. There's loads of great femme writing. And there's also the Hard Femme zines by Kirsty, which are absolutely awesome, and other zines as well. This is it. If you just get out there, we're putting this stuff out there, just go and find it.
Cool. Great. And also, so how did you feel? Because you were slightly nervous before you started talking. You was nervous. How do you feel now after?
Oh my God, I'm book me for events. I loved it. It was great because I was really nervous because I've never done that before. But as soon as I got talking, I realised this wasn't about me. I was representing, and as someone who's older, I felt this responsibility to kind of talk about my experiences so people, don't feel alone, because that's what I felt when I was younger, just, not living in London, not having the internet and not having community. There was one gay place near where I lived, it was 10 miles away, and it was for gay men. and you know, I had nowhere to go. So it's really important to get out and find that, and that's what I wanted to kind of talk about, and also talk about owning that identity and kind of talking about the loneliness I felt and the vulnerability and all of that, but how I stuck with it, and you know, and discovered myself, you know, like feel like I live every part of me now, that the parts that were in the shadows are now out, and it's so fab, and I really want that for everyone. So yeah, as soon as I kind of got my head around that, when I started talking, I was like, yeah, this isn't about you, this is about the people out there, the baby femmes, and yeah.
That's brilliant. No, it was really beautiful and it was really nice, and thank you so much for being part of it.
Thank you.
And you know, also getting over that fear, because I know it's hard, but as you said, it is also, I'm not going to say that we sometimes also have payback time, but as you said, things you have learned and people have inspired you for, then you giving back, and you know, in the audience there were a lot of younger ones who immediately got inspired, but also just by having 8 speakers and having so different viewpoints on one topic, it is also daring and risky, but it's so amazing. It never fails because everyone has different stories.
Yeah.
And everyone's story is worth telling.
It was such a great event. I just loved it so much, and the warmth in the room, you know. And I was also really pleased actually to see a lot of masked people here. Like, you know, that's always the fear with these things, that it's kind of bit of an echo chamber, and there's just loads, and that's great as well, because we want to, you know, empower people, but actually the amount of masculine people that came and neutral people that came were really great. That was really special as well.
Very good.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. They're about to throw us out now, so we are going to go and kiss.
Bye then.
Yeah, bye bye. So we're rounding this one off, and thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.